The biggest lessons I've learned in my life are here. Through different topics, I'm going to inspire and motivate you to reach your success and your dreams. I'm so grateful that you're here on Journey to Success. So let's enjoy my next episode together. Hi guys, my name is Fabio from the Fabio podcast Journey to Success, and welcome. Today we're going to talk about the life of Rhonda Byrne. And in the previous episode we talked about her famous book that all the people know. We're talking about The Secret. But I was always interested about her life. I don't know so much. We don't know so much. The reason is because she doesn't like to be so much in the spotlight, and she's totally right. It is her decision. So let's take as much as we can from internet. I found two interesting websites. So the first one that talks about Rhonda Byrne is Encyclopediacom. So let's see what it's gonna say. And the second website is about Lewis Howes. I don't know if you know him. Just have a look. He's a very good podcaster. I don't follow him in a podcast environment. I should, because he does very interesting interview. Something that I like about him is his calmness when interviews the people. He's very kind and very respectful person. I know him simply because I follow him on Instagram, and I like to watch some shot of him. But as I said, he made this interview to Rhonda Byrne, and I watched some shot as well on Instagram. It looked interesting. Please, guys, go on his Instagram, go on his podcast. He's a very good guy. You are gonna love it. He's a chilly person, reminds me a little bit myself, honestly. It's truly a chilly guy. And but before to go there, I don't even know if I want to read everything about his episode, because he has his blog as well. For sure, I would like to see better Encyclopediacom. Okay, it talks better about her general life. Okay, so let's start. Rhonda Byrne. Born in 1955 in Melbourne, Australia, daughter of Ronald, married, divorced, and children. We have a Haley. Hi, Haley. Address as well. Okay, well, if you like to see her address, just go on encyclopedia.com. I don't know if it's right to say in the podcast. So career. Began career as a producer writer for the Nine Network, co-founded on production company Primetime Productions 1994, created The Secret documentary 2005, published The Secret book 2006. This is interesting. So, The Secret created The Secret documentary in 2005. Okay, but as we know, I'm talking to the person who listened to the previous episode. She had some trouble in 2004, if I'm not wrong. I think died someone close to her, maybe the father or the mother. Let's continue anyway. While Rhonda Byrne began her career work in television in Australia, she came to international prominence for her DVD and book entitled The Secret. In these products, Byrne revealed her philosophy called the law of attraction to help people get what they want out of life. I know we talked already about The Secret. Just a small mention I forgot to say before. The Secret is, first of all, I like the book. I actually was maybe the first book talks to me about law of attraction. After that, I understood that the power of thoughts and law of attraction is such old concept, all right? But what she did in this book, she modernized a little bit. She made it fresh. Something that something interesting about it is the word, the secret. Secret, all right, the secret is a powerful, in a copywriting way, so in terms of a powerful word who catch the people, is very, very strong. It's very strong, it's a very powerful word. I'm sure here behind her there was a good copywriter who find the title for her, or maybe she's the person, very, how can I say, very smart person to find the right title for it, okay? It doesn't matter. Did she trick the people? Absolutely not. I think she did very good to find a good title for something that she clearly loves. So let's continue. The Secret became a phenomenon, selling more than 2 million DVDs and 4 million books within the first year of release. Though Byrne rarely gave interviews, she believes her success showed that she predicts what she praised. Okay, so rarely gave interviews. All right, so then we have to have a check to the news podcast in his blog. Anyway, born in 1955 in Melbourne, Australia, Byrne was a successful television producer and writer working in Australia, first with the Nine Network, where she worked on a version of The Tonight Show for many years. In 1994, she co-founded her own production company, Primetime Productions. Byrne was then involved in the production of such reality programs for Australian television as World's Greatest Commercials, Great Escapes, OZ Encounters, UFOs in Australia, Marry Me, and the true crime series Sensing Murder. It was around the time of filming Sensing Murder that Byrne dealt with turmoil that came to inspire her to create The Secret. Her father died in 2004, so was the father, and her mother became deeply despondent and shared her overwhelming feelings with her daughter. Then the production of Sensing Murder depressed Byrne herself, both because of the subject matter and numerous problems that cropped up during the production. Her relationship with her production team became problematic. Then she learned that the financial status of her production company was such that she did not have enough money to finish 2 more films that had to be completed that year. Byrne's daughter, Haley, learned of her mother's problem and showed her book by Wallace Wattles from 1910. In The Science of Getting Rich, the author argued that the thoughts people had could define their lives, but thoughts led to bad situations, while good thoughts led to positive results. Doing research on Wallace's law of attraction, Byrne discovered lay in ancient philosophy and had been affecting people for centuries. Before we go through, if you're enjoying this podcast, please consider taking just 3 seconds to share it with someone else. It is a small gesture that could make a big difference in someone's day. Now, sit back and enjoy the rest of the episode. Okay. Byrne then decided to do a television show on her findings and the philosophy of the law of attraction. Originally created in conjunction with Australia Channel 9, Byrne interviewed a number of teachers and philosophers who embraced the belief system espoused by Wallace. She conducted most of these interviews in the United States, even as her funding became questionable. Her first television distribution deal fell through, and the funding for each step of the project wasn't in place from the beginning. Still, Byrne finished her documentary on a $3 million budget in 2005. Though Channel 9 dropped out and did not air the documentary until after it became a success, Byrne found an audience first on video streaming on the internet. Interest spread by word of mouth. She later released a DVD version of what came to be known as the Secret DVD movie in 2006. Something that I didn't watch also, I was thinking. Within a year of this DVD release, Byrne had sold more than 2 million copies. A book version published about 6 months later was similarly successful. Several million books were purchased within 6 months of publication. Some, like Jack Canfield, the co-author of The Chicken Soup for the Soul, believe the success of The Secret lay with Byrne herself, touching on the reason for the phenomenon. Canfield wrote in Time, "It is primarily because Byrne's love and joy permeate every frame and every page. Her intention was pure and simple, to uplift as much of humanity as she could reach, and so far she has reached millions." Also this, guys, I believe in this phrase. I mean, if you give love and if you try to do so much good in life without thinking about the money, they will come, right? Indirectly or directly. If you think of it, if you don't think. If you give value to the people around you, if you give value to what you're doing, then the universe is gonna give you back double, triple. And we can talk here about law of attraction, power of thoughts. We can talk about universe, God, karma, whatever you want to say. That's the reality. You have to give to receive. Touting her philosophy, Byrne told Carol Mammoth of USA Today that everyone has to have their own experience to believe. People should start with little things like deciding a cup of coffee will come to you or that you'll see a feather. There is no difference between attracting a feather and anything else you want. It's as easy to attract $1 as it is $10,000. Many found the ideas in The Secret to be encouraging and prudent. Byrne herself claimed that people wrote in with such success stories, getting rid of chronic pain, finding a longed for mate, and diseases disappearing. Because of such stories and massive sales, Byrne appeared on a two show Oprah special, as well as the talk show of Larry King and Ellen DeGeneres, which only increased interest in The Secret. More books by other authors inspired by The Secret were also published. But as Byrne became an internationally known figure, others began criticizing her and The Secret. American self-help gurus Jerry and Esther Hicks had been promoting a similar philosophy for years and appeared on the first version of the TV. They later claimed that they had a falling out with Byrne after promised sales cut of 10% on DVD never materialized. Esther Hicks or Hikes, I don't know, sorry about my English, was removed from the film, and the couple declined to sue for breach of contracts, citing their life philosophy. Okay, skeptics also derided The Secret's emphasis on material wealth and possessions. Others believed the book and DVD were worthless. American psychologist John Norcross told Peter Sheridan of The Express, "It's pseudo-scientific psychobabble. About 10% of self-help books are rated by mental health professionals as damaging. This is probably one." Despite many detractors, Byrne became a multimillionaire and believed in what she revealed in The Secret. She told Colin Wakery of Australia's Herald Sun, "I was trying to change things on the outside and you can't. You got to feel it on the inside and everything else will change." Okay, so Encyclopediacom, guys, if you like to have a check, just do it. And here we have a full article of Louis Schoves or Louis Hoves. He calls himself Louis Chauves then. Louis Chauves or Louis... Anyway, I think you know the guys. It's louishowes.com, okay? Okay, so... Now, as I say, I don't want to read everything about the blog. Let's see, who is Rhonda Byrne? Well, you may not know the name Rhonda Byrne, but I bet you're familiar with her work. So The Secret, that's something that we know, of course. She wrote The Power, The Magic. So I read The Power, read The Magic. Hero, I didn't, 2013. How The Secret Changed My Life in 2016. So, this is a nice book to understand better her life. Of course, he said that he was very excited to have Rhonda with him. Okay, this is interesting. So The Secret is one of the most well-known books in the world. But besides appearing on Oprah, Rhonda has kept a low profile. She said this decision to stay out of the spotlight was to make sure the message stayed front and center. I really wanted this sacred message to be the hero. We have a tendency to idolize people, and I did not want that to happen. I wanted people to know a little bit about me and how I discovered it and the year that I'd had. But I didn't want any of that to detract from the message. I'm not out to convince anybody of anything. I discovered this secret and my life is unrecognizable. You can have everything you want, you deserve everything. If there are people who don't want that, that's totally fine. That's why I was very selective about media appearances. I'd work in media as well, and I knew that sometimes media can really build you up and take you down. Rhonda was interested in becoming a so-called guru after sharing The Secret. She knew there would be naysayers and detractors, but it wasn't her goal to argue with people. Rhonda say she'd just like everyone else, a normal person who has simply dedicated her life to sharing as much as she can about The Secret and helping others to make their lives better. So, what's in The Secret that's so important to share with the world? Question mark. So here there is a little bit about the law of attraction, something that we don't want to handle in this section because we're talking about her life. So, of course, was all the interview that Louis made in this episode. Oh yeah, I want to read this for you guys. So the biggest thing I had to overcome was the belief in lack of money. I started with 2 million in debt. I remember when I discovered The Secret, I went to my accountant and I said, you have to do whatever it takes to keep my company afloat. I'm going to make something that is going to change the world. I'm going to make it. You keep my company going. So I maxed every credit card I had to the limit. I mortgaged my home to the absolute limit. I took overdrafts out on my company so I could make the documentary. I had crushing debt coming on me and I needed more money to keep making it. Rhonda Byrne. But also this, right? So she believed in a project. So now, regardless the law of attraction and The Secret, whatever. If you believe in something, if you really believe in what you're doing, the risk is worth. Okay, it's always worth. But you really, really, really have to believe, not 90%, not 100%, 1000%. So 10,000%. You really have to believe. And in these words from her, you can notice she believed. She believed in her project. She believed in The Secret. She believed she could... she didn't invent anything, guys. Yeah, she just shaped to a better form for this new age. Okay? She believed she could do that. And then with a little bit of marketing, a little bit of copywriting, the cover is super beautiful. For me, it's one of the best covers ever. And the type of the cursive she used in the book, the type of reading is very nice as well. So, all these things, then they made the rest. Of course, wasn't only that, was because she believed, and was also because, let's be honest, law of attraction may exist. It can exist, okay? I still don't believe that if I vision an egg in front of me right now, somehow the roof open and a duck poop the egg. But I believe that certain signals can reach us to find that egg. You know what I mean? Also today was very funny because this morning I prepare my episode for The Secret. Right now I'm preparing the episode talking about her, but in my job there was a client that he had the same surname, Byrne. I mean, okay, can be a coincidence. I don't say that, but it's not that I every day talk about Rhonda Byrne and The Secret. That was the only day that I talk about it. It's interesting world. It's interesting life. It's interesting environment, sometimes magical where we live, and we don't realize so much. But we should. And we should take some attention about all the signals around us. Let's go forward. So if that sounds like a desperate situation, because we were like that she put everything in her limit, right? So she did a lot of that. So if that sounds like a desperate situation, it was. But at that time, Rhonda was working through patterns that her parents handed down to her around manifesting abundance. She grew up hearing all the time, we can't afford that. Instead of letting that script deter her from making The Secret, she adopted mindset of growth toward debt and spending. She would practice gratitude, but on some cheerful music, and pretend her bills were checks. Rhonda even started giving money away. So I took out all of these $20 bills, and I thought, I'm going to walk down the street and ask the universe to show me who to give to. I would walk down the street and I would look at everybody's face. I don't know if you ever done that in your life. Silently walk down the street and look at people's face like with a heart wide open. It was just amazing because the universe would just show me who to give to. These kids walked out of store and they're like counting their money. I hear them say, I don't have enough to get that. Wanting to get something in the store. I gave him $20. That was on Friday, and on the Monday I received $25,000 in my account. Also this, so just give and then receive. Wow, $20 and then you get $25,000. I believe it. Yeah, I absolutely believe it. But I have to be honest, I also believe that if someone, maybe because I'm South Italian, I don't know, but if someone say to me, hey, these are $20, before to take it, I don't know. I think I would think twice, 3 times, maybe 4. Maybe I wouldn't take it. You know what I mean? But anyway, this story is so incredibly powerful. I think there is also in the book, this story. Now, it was so long time ago I read The Secret, but I think it was in the book. But anyway, what led to The Secret? I had a couple of really rough years before 2004, and then 2004 was doozy. Of course, because, the father died. That's something that we read already in Encyclopediacom. Okay. La 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 la. I don't want to, I don't want to talk so much about her personal situation who leads to the secret, but more about her life. But as I say, there is no so much around. And in a while, we're going to respect that. So we're going to stop the episode. And there is nothing interesting. As I mean, the article is very interesting. Sorry, and I'm sure also the episode. Maybe something I should watch or I should listen. I'm sure also the episode is going to be very interesting, but generally I don't see anything about Rhonda Byrne in this blog, and it's better like that because I don't want to take so much from Lewis. But what this situation teach us? The situation teach us that I don't want to say that Rhonda was a normal person. I mean, maybe she came from a normal family. She doesn't specify that. But anyway, she had the mindset, She had the mindset to make a company. She had the mindset to already invest money. She had a mindset to do everything in her power to become successful. So if I can say, this situation, this life of her, teach us that to go forward, to be successful, as I said before, regardless if we're talking about law of attraction or power of thoughts, whatever, to go through, to become successful, you have to believe. Of course, there are all the other elements that we always talk about in this podcast. So procrastination and consistency and persistence and discipline. That's okay. That's are my keys, honestly. That's are the keys to become successful. That's fine. But if you don't believe in your project 10,000 times %, you will not get that. I think that's the reason why most of the people don't become successful or don't become big as they wish, because they don't believe so much in their project. So believe it. Start with something where you can believe it, and after that, after you believe, after you know that you are believing in your project, in that something, then take the best for it and go through. Doesn't matter if you fail, doesn't matter how much time it's gonna take you. You have to go through, and then you're gonna become human being 2.0, the next version. But first you have to believe in your project, and of course to believe in your project you have to believe especially in yourself. And as I said, law of attraction, power of thoughts, Rhonda Byrne, The Secret, yes, okay, everything beautiful, but practically you have to believe in yourself and in the project, like she did, like she's still doing. Okay, guys, thank you so much for being here in the Fabio Podcast Journey to Success, and see you next time. Cheers. Here we are. Congratulations. You just finished my entire episode. So, the only thing I ask is to take a moment to give Journey to Success a rating. By the way, thank you so much for being here on Journey to Success. I'm very grateful. Thank you, and see you next time.